satanic, sinister, freaks. These are some of the stereotypes stamped on Wiccans. Perceived as dark magic where human sacrifices and devil worship are celebrated, it is considered a taboo. The truth, however, says otherwise. Wicca, which originated in England, is a form of modern paganism that believes in the presence of the divine spirit in all things. 81% of Filipinos are Catholics. This is evident from the thousands of churches to parents raising their children under Catholic customs. This display of practice leaves you to wonder about its effects on the minority religions, one of which is Wicca. I'm Shara Baelio, and today, Faith, a practicing Wiccan who was born Catholic, has graciously invited us into her home and religion.
So here is my living room. This is where we entertain guests. And here you can see some of the knickknacks that my family collects.
Yeah.
Like this picture and some of those many angels. And here's like the Holy Family and a Santo Niño over there. So this is my bedroom. It's really small. And you can see there's a picture of Mama Mary. And this is my altar. It's kind of messy, but this is the main chunk of my altar. I have representations of the four elements. So for like, I have salt or I have soil, I have water, I have candles for fire, and incense for air. And then I have crystals also, which I incorporate into my rituals when there's a full moon or there's a Sabbath.
As opposed to yours, those are Catholic.
Yeah, very Catholic.
Gods. But the concept is the same. You have a representation of the gods
Yeah,
or
my
the
gods,
god that
and
you.
then they have their own.
And then they also have a lot of books. Pero their books are.
These books are actually spiritual books. So, because my aunt is a big fan of all the spirituality stuff, and so she's very open-minded as well, even though my dad isn't.
After the tour, Faith cooked a blessed lunch. She mentioned adding specific ingredients for luck, health, and money. We conversed as we ate. She was genuine, charming, and kind, no different than any other person because of her religion. After lunch, she offered to take me to the pool upstairs for some fresh air and to finish our conversation.
I've been a Wiccan for a little over a year and a half, so around 2 years. This year, it's gonna be like my 3rd year now.
Your 3rd year as a Wiccan.
Yes.
How did you get into it, ba? Like, what got you interested?
Well, originally, when I was in 3rd or 4th grade, I was researching witches, and I found out that there are lots of Wiccans who practice witchcraft, so I decided to read more into that. And then it waned a little when I was in high school, and then after that, I met a friend in college who was a Wiccan as well, so I decided, why not give it a try, because I feel like being Christian or being Catholic doesn't fit me very well.
Yeah, and there's no shame in that
there's
because
no
you're just
shame.
trying to pursue something that would fulfill you spiritually.
Yes.
And since you said now that's what got you interested into it, what got you to stay?
I think what got me to stay was how the Wiccans view their gods, because when you think of like the Catholic God, when you think of God the Father, you think of a big man upstairs or something upstairs or something like that, and then I decided to stay because how Wiccans view their God, it's very personal. And I've never felt connected to the Catholic God, so I decided to look for other religions to see if I could find a God that I could connect most with. So I found a goddess that I can connect with.
Which is
Athena.
Athena, the goddess
The
of
Greek
knowledge.
goddess of wisdom and knowledge.
Do your friends and family know that you're a Wiccan?
A few friends know, like a handful, and then I have that one Wiccan friend I mentioned, and I have my aunt. She's the only one who knows that I am a Wiccan in my family.
How did they react back? Like
They were kind of confused, but they were alright with it once I explained that it's not like evil or demonic or satanic or anything like that.
You mentioned the satanic, the demonic parts.
Yeah.
What are some stereotypes like apart from
Most people would say that we're worshipping the devil because we have a god. He's known as the horned god. So when you think of a horned god, you immediately
think of
Satan. So people think that we worship that, and they think that we hex people and we curse people, because lots of Wiccans incorporate witchcraft into their religion. And me, I'm one of those Wiccans. Like, we're evil, we worship the devil, I don't know, eat children. But it's not. I explained to my friends and my one family member that I'm not any of those things.
How do you feel about those stereotypes? Like, do you think it's unfair?
I don't say much about Coven in American Horror Story because it's so pretty that I like it. But other things, like, there are some cultures associated with being witches, like the Greeks before they became Catholic, or pagans in general. And you know how, like in Wicked, the main character is green and she's a witch and she has a long nose. Like, it's green is like olive-skinned people, and then for the long nose it's like Jewish people.
Yeah.
So it hurts some cultures, but personally I'm okay with it. As long as it's not so bad that it ruins the reputation of witches that are in this world.
When you toured me around your home kanina, I was really surprised nga doon sa there were a lot of angels.
Yes,
I think,
a lot
diba?
of angels.
You've pointed it out, and I've said that kanina, there were a lot of angels, a lot of Mama Marys, a lot of basically religious artifacts and knickknacks. And how do you feel na you're surrounded by that? Like, not just in your own home, but like in the Philippines in general.
Because they're not from my religion, I see them as sacred, I guess, for other people out of respect. But to me, I'm not super careful with the Bible, or I don't like do the sign of the cross when I pass the church or something like that. So I'm okay with them just being there, but not like a person telling me like, oh, you can't be a Wiccan, you can't be a witch because this is wrong or something like that. So I don't want it to be so in my face. It's just there.
As a parting message, what do you want to say to the people who still believe that Wiccans are evil, who still believe those stereotypes and misconceptions?
For the people who believe in those things, I would say try to be more open-minded, because there are real people out there who are Wiccans like me, and we don't want to be associated with those bad things. So be more open-minded and know your facts, because some of those facts that have been spread by the media or by the church sometimes can be wrong.